Hi everyone, good morning. It's Margaret Manning here, and welcome to Mornings with 60 and Me. Today is Sunday, it's January the 15th. So I hope you're having a great morning so far. I have woken up to snow. Yeah, we've had snow here for a few days and it's just been so beautiful. I hope that you're having good weather, though I know there's some icy storms that are all over the United States and other parts of the world. So this is a crazy time of the year for weather. So I hope that you're all doing great. I had a bit of an adventure yesterday I wanted to share with you. I went to Bern, which is a town in Switzerland. Actually, it's not a town, it's a city. It's huge. And I had to do some business there. And I started off here where I live, and it was just a little dusting of snow. Well, by the time I got to Bern, it was a full-on blizzard. And I don't have a car, so I jumped on the train, and it was quite pretty getting there. But when I got there, there was about a foot of snow on the ground. And I had fortunately had my boots on. I was ready. But I got on the bus to get to this location I was going to, and the bus got stuck on a hill. And it was one of those big buses that has two parts to it, so it wasn't a very agile bus, but it just couldn't move. So the driver in German told us all that we had to get out and walk. And I had no idea exactly where I was going, but I made some great friends and we all trudged up the hill together. And so that was the number one lesson, is making the best of every situation. I really did make a couple of great friends. We exchanged addresses by the end of it, and they were super helpful to get me on the right path. Well, an hour later, I walked and I got to the place I needed to go. And I guess why I'm sharing this is that, number one, you can make the best out of just about any situation. But number two is that it gave me time to think. When you're walking in the blizzard, in the snow, you don't quite know where you are. It just kind of makes your heart beat a little faster, and you just pay attention to things, so all your senses get kind of heightened. So anyway, that kind of ties into what I'm going to talk to you about in a minute. But first of all, my tea. My tea is rooibos chai. It's one of my favorites now. I never had rooibos before. It's actually from South Africa. It's a dark tea. It doesn't have any caffeine in it, so it's quite a nice mild tea. And here's my beautiful mug, having a cup of tea with you this morning. So anyway, hope that you're keeping warm and you've got a cup of tea. And I wanted to just go back to that conversation about thinking and share with you today something maybe mid-January that you can apply to the rest of the year. And then think about it at the end. We do these resolutions at the beginning of the year, and they're always hard because you just don't know what you want to do ahead. But we have a blogger named Sheryl Nicholson who wrote an article about a tool, a set of questions that she asks herself at the beginning of every new year. And really, you could ask this like quarterly or anytime you wanted. 5 questions that kind of help you appreciate what you've done this last year or in the last few months, and give you confidence and a sense of accomplishment that you've done something wonderful towards your goals. And it's kind of a memory jolt, like it was yesterday for me walking, to think about what are the things that you've really accomplished. And surprisingly, these 5 questions really helped me, and hopefully they will you too. Anyways, it's just in a way to remind you of the new friendships you've made, the new strengths you've developed in yourself, and just the confidence in your ability to deal with situations. So here's the first question: what was your biggest triumph last year? What did you accomplish that you're really proud of? Did you maybe go through a divorce? Did you deal with a health issue? Did you overcome a fear of something? What was your biggest triumph last year? Something that you're super, super proud of. Something that you thought, I'm never going to get through this. This is so hard. And how you got through it. How you did it. And, by the way, as we're talking here, please feel free to just leave your comments in the section below and, just make a comment anytime. Just now, what was your biggest triumph? And then you can come back and talk about the other things. But that's, I think, a really good question. What did you do that you didn't think you could make it through? The next question that Sheryl suggests that you ask yourself is, what was the smartest decision you made last year? Did you decide to move home? Did you decide to downsize? Maybe you decided to end a friendship or a relationship. What did you do that you're really proud of, and that it was a really, you could look back on it now and say that was a really, really good decision. I remember always telling my boys this, that making good choices and decisions is like the most important thing in your life. They're always hard at the time, but when you weigh them up and look back, they really can influence those change points in your life. So what was the smartest decision that you made last year? Okay, this is a question that is pretty simple. It involves one word, and that is, what was the one word that you would use to describe last year? I know, actually, I think I asked this question on our Facebook community, and we got some really, really good answers. But, if you could sum it all up, what was that one word that kind of defined 2016? And as I said, you can do this month by month, maybe look back each month. And what was the one word that really impacted you or described what you went through? All right, another question for you. 4. What are you most proud of completing this year or in 2016? What was the thing that you're most proud of completing? Now, it could be something that a year ago you said, this is what I'm going to do in 2016. This is what I'm going to complete. Maybe you wrote a book. Maybe you completed like a task that you added a room to your house. So you did something, you did a downsizing that involved cleaning up your closet. You completed it. Maybe you defined your style again and went out and got new clothes to define that new you. What was it that you completed? And Sheryl, of course, reminds us it doesn't have to be a huge, big thing. It can be, did you finish a book that you really, really loved? Did you do something that you just wanted to get done? What did you complete? Now, this last one is going to be one for you to think about, and I think it's one that everyone maybe in their lives has got some experience of, and that is this 5th question. What is the most important relationship that you improved last year? This is a really hard one because sometimes relationships with family or friends or partners can be really, really challenging. And sometimes, you want them to get better, you want things to change, but there's too much baggage, there's just too much history. And Sheryl does a really good job in the article of talking about her brother and how they've been like not talking to each other for 20 years. And, she said that her daughter finally took action and got them together, and it was just a matter of saying, I'm sorry. And, somehow that healed everything. But that was for her the most important relationship that she healed. Big one. So maybe you've got a relationship in your life that needed a little bit of attention. Maybe it's with a child. Perhaps it's with a good friend. Maybe it's with someone that you were close to that now you're having challenges with. But look back and see, what was the most important relationship that you improved last year? And as I said, I know these are actually for looking back over 2016, but you could even do this at the end of every month, make it a little ritual. Just ask yourself those questions and just get a sense of accomplishment, that you're doing good things for your life. I think that's really important. So I think if you take a minute to answer those 4 or 5 questions, you'll have a much clearer idea of how good you are at coping with things. How good you are at getting things done. How you can change things that really you thought you were able to make a difference with. So these, I think, are really vital questions for, as we go through it this next year. How are you doing this year so far? I can't believe it's already the middle of January. It's whizzing along already. So hope you're embracing and loving every minute of your beautiful life. And for being here and for sharing your day with us. Thank you again for all that you do to make it meaningful for me. If you could tell a friend, just tell them to go to 60andme.com/mornings. We'd love to have them here. And again, thank you for being here too. And I hope you have a fabulous day. Get something wonderful done for yourself. And answer that question for me. Which of these 5 questions do you think were most significant in your life this last year? Which one of those 5 questions was most significant? Love to read your answers and join the conversation. So I do hope that you have a great Sunday, and we'll see you all back here tomorrow on Mornings with 60 and Me. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye for now.